A Suffolk man is stunned that the city demolished 2 of his buildings.
He says he had no warning the city would do it today, but the city says it gave him plenty of warning about his property at Saratoga and Wellington Streets. 10 on your side's Katie Collett spoke with the property owner and the assistant city manager. Katie?
Tom, Clifton Winborn says this building, where this building once stood, certainly had a lot of life left in it, and he planned to use it to better the community. But the city says it warned him for roughly 4 years this property was a danger to the neighborhood and it had to be torn down. This is what 461 Welland Street looked like early this morning. 2 rundown buildings Clifton Winborn swears he planned to change for the better.
A center over there for them to have computers and all of that, and then we could have a game room for them, and then we could have maybe Boy Scout leading, Girl Scout leading, whatever you want to do pertaining to the community.
But Winborn's dream of a youth center came tumbling down today.
Then my niece called me this morning and said, Uncle Cliff, Loretta Boone, said, they demolishing your building.
The 82-year-old stunned.
They never give me notice they're going to demolish it.
But Assistant City Manager Pat Roberts says that is not true.
He has been fined a number of times. He has not demonstrated any effort to rehabilitate the properties.
Roberts says those fines date back to January of 2008. This file filled with pictures and demolition notices over the past 4 years. And this final notice was sent to and signed by Winborn in fall of 2011.
I acknowledge this, that the roof was in bad shape, but the outer structure of it was good and it could be fixed very easily.
The problem? Roberts says Winborn had ideas but never acted on them.
This really rose to the surface as a good example of not only an unsafe structure, but one that's deteriorating and one that's really just a drag on an entire neighborhood.
Winborn says he bought the property in 1949 for $16,000. Today's demolition going to cost him $28,000, according to Roberts. Devastating news for this man with a vision who says he just needed more time.
It was a dream of mine. It's a dream of mine to help young people. Somebody got to help these young people out here.
Now, Winborn acknowledges receiving the demolition notices throughout the years, but he says he took those to court and was always given more time to try and work on the property. He says the city should have alerted him 10 to 15 days prior to the demolition here, so he could have hired someone to do the work for about half of that price. But Roberts tells me they did post the demolition in the newspaper about a month or so ago, and that's in addition to the 4 years of warnings they had already given Winborn. In Suffolk, Katie Collett, 10 on your side.